Well, hello everyone. It's been quite a long time since I've actually updated you. Actually, it's been, well, we're approaching 6 month anniversary of probably not only my last video, to my knowledge, but also my move to Chicago. Yeah, it was back in April, and here we are in August. So, just wanted to update you really quickly. I know a lot of you are kind of confused because you only maybe catch parts of my post. Just going to give you a brief rundown on what's been happening from start to finish. So basically, I got here. The move took me a little bit longer because of the movers and the person I was moving in with. We couldn't get a hold of him that day once we actually hit Chicago, so we ended up putting everything in storage right away, except for what I thought we could fit in the apartment that I'd never seen. And luckily it all fit, but come to find out, this kid had already been evicted, and I did not know this. And so here I am, basically moving in with a stranger, didn't know how to get around Chicago. He wasn't really, willing to help. He kind of just let me to my own devices. But shortly thereafter, I started, learning the bus system and stuff like that, because Ubers, can be a little costly. I mean, it's a great system, for oh my God, I'm running late and I've got to be somewhere, but I try not to make a habit of it. Anyway, yeah, I learned the bus system, and I did get a job. And then once he was evicted, I stayed with a couple friends for a weekend until somebody answered an ad that I had placed, and actually they knew my ex. And, he had put in a couple good words for me, they talked. And so they let me stay for a couple months, and that was very nice of them. I don't want to say we didn't really communicate a lot. It's just that I kind of felt that I didn't want to be in their hair because they were a couple, so I stayed in my room a lot. But anyway, I was commuting back and forth, for about an hour, to my job. And I am working at, it's called Unique Thrift Store, and it's a really neat thrift store. And basically, the donations, we get private donations, from the community as well as from, individual people. But what we don't sell, we actually send to another country to develop their country, because they in turn sell it there. So, it's a nice little circle there. But basically, that's going pretty good. So once I had to move out of their house in August, I actually, I did find another roommate. And what started off as, hey, you can stay for a couple weeks, looking like it's going to be a little bit longer, possibly permanent. So that's a good thing. Basically, when I moved in, he had another roommate. It was a 2-bedroom, and I was sleeping in the living room. I did get to keep my couch. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of just about all my other furniture and a lot of other personal possessions, because I just couldn't afford to keep up with my storage payments. And I didn't want to push the GoFundMe anymore. I was tired of people hearing people deal with it, whatever. So I just opted to give up a lot of my stuff. But a lot of people told me, I should do that. So maybe next time, I'll listen to people who's been through this kind of a move before. Because I think things would have been a lot smoother if I wouldn't have spent that money month after month. But, so anyway, back to where I'm at now. I moved in, I was sleeping in the living room, and then all of a sudden this other roommate decides he's moving out. So we decided that I could just move into the bedroom here, and this is where I'm at now, and I love it. It's big. I have a space and privacy, which is nice. I still have an hour commute to work, however, and I really would like to try to find someplace closer, especially once the weather hits. I'm not going to be wanting to commute that far, because I think there's going to be a lot more people commuting, because I know a lot of people take, well, they ride their bikes and then walk to work and stuff now, but once it gets colder, I think there's more people going to be taking the train and buses and stuff. So I'm just not wanting to deal with the hassle. I'd rather find someplace closer. And anyway, as far as the job goes, it's going good. I started off as a stocker on the floor. They would ship out the merchandise, and I would put it on the shelves and make sure, the floor was clean. And then I became a pricer, and, I was actually sorting through the stuff and pricing. And right now, I actually work hand in hand with this other girl. Her name's Araceli. Sweetest little thing. We just really play well off each other. And her and I, we really work well together. And actually, she kind of took over my spot. We kind of did a rotation. I went back to the floor. And it seems to be working out pretty good. We're making our goals, pushing out a lot of merchandise. Right now, we're actually going through a remodel. And it's kind of a pain in the butt because we're open during the remodel. And I'm just tired, believe me. Anyway, so yeah, like today, for instance, they were installing new shelves, and what we weren't moving to another shelf, we were actually doing what we call ragging out. And when you rag something out, that's basically you put it in a box, and that's when we send it across seas. But anyway, so we did a lot of ragging out today. Extremely busy day. Didn't put up a lot of merchandise because there was really no place to put it yet because my section's not done. I basically handle women's accessories such as scarves, hats, belts, kids' accessories, like socks, diaper booties, hats, stuff like that. Men's, hats, ties, and I also do like pillowcases, sheets, comforters, blankets. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit to my job that I've got to make sure is done, and mine's the last department to get done, so everything's just kind of laying in baskets everywhere. So anyway, as far as that goes, hopefully that'll be done in a couple weeks. So basically, there's been my living and working situation as far as my personal life. Still hanging out, with certain people. I do see my ex, don't get your hopes up, we're just friends. Not really in a position to where I want to date anybody right now because I do have so much going on. I really would like to get, my roots established. However, there have been some people pursuing me, as far as friendships. Some have asked me out, and, I've done a few things socially, nothing really major, but, yeah, right now I'm more focused on me, just trying to, make it day to day. Like I said, it's an hour commute, so I would really, that's my next goal, is to find, something closer. And then once I find something closer, then maybe I'll think about, taking on a few dates or something. But I have met some really cool people, had some really fun times at the beach. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Market Days. I missed it completely this year, but I did get to go to Pride, so that was fun. I've only been out a handful of times because I feel it's kind of irresponsible in my financial situation to go out to a bar and spend money when I don't really have it to spend, so I've been trying to behave and be a good boy. Other than that, it's been a blessing. I mean, I've had my share of heartbreak, as far as having to let some things go and, being emotionally drained. And, I'm sure that's probably not over, but it's a part of the journey. And I am just embracing it every day. And I want to thank all of you people out there who have followed me and love me and support me. Some of the people here in Chicago that I've actually met up with in person, either for the first time or, on a more regular basis, for friends, that have helped me out, have been absolutely wonderful. There's amazingly friendly people here in Chicago. Oh my goodness. And some of them are a little crazy, and I'm not talking about like the friends I pursue, but, just like out in public. But I guess that goes without saying, when you come from a town of 300 people, where everybody knows your name and you, take, your earnings from your garden to the neighbor, I mean, it's a lot different. But had somebody think I was homeless the other day. I was sitting outside smoking a cigarette while I was waiting for my laundry to dry. Apparently I looked really, I don't know, depressed, maybe Maybe I just looked like I was dirty or something. I don't know. My day off, laundry day, but he probably gave me 85 cents. But bless you, beautiful stranger. You know. Other than that, like I said, it's just been a fun ride. I mean, it's not been easy by any means. I miss my family and friends incredibly. I do love you all. And still keeping tabs with my niece, and she's hanging in there. She's more positive than actually I think I am. But I would please appreciate you continuing to keep her in your prayers, you know, fighting this cancer that she's got. And other than that, just, I don't know, keep me in your prayers too, I guess. Just, I'm fighting the good fight, and it's not quite over, but I'm not as discouraged as I was before. I sat and I actually watched the video I posted before I moved here, and I was pretty down in the dumps, and I'm not 100% completely sure this was the right decision still. I'm about 80% there, but it's up to me to make the rest happen. I've come this far. Can't give up now. Alright. Bear hugs, monkey bites. Mwah. Peace out. I love you. It's been a long day. I have to be up at 5 a.m. again tomorrow to make sure I'm, you know, to work by 7:30 because it takes a little over an hour to get there. But like I said, once I find someplace closer, maybe I can walk. But alright. If you guys have any questions, concerns, statements, feel free to shoot me a private message. If you got my number, call me. Whatever. Alright, just have a great night. Bye.